something a little bit different and fun. The other day, someone in the chat said, Michelle, I really need you to show me how you do your hair like that. I get a lot of requests on here for you guys asking how to do your hair like me. Interestingly though, I think our viewership is 75% male. So we're going to do this and the men might find it interesting. It's kind of like making a donut. But I thought that it would be fun to go ahead and do it for something completely non-political, just for the fun of it. Takes me 2 seconds. A lot of people, so I have all this hair. You can't even see, I'm going to walk forward so you can see all of it. All that hair. And I put it up. I don't deal with all of it, right? All the time. So it's literally, I'm not gonna go over this multiple times. I'm gonna show you how to do it. I do not put any more effort into my hair. Erin says thank you. You're very welcome. I don't put any more effort into my hair than women that have short hair and then they have to do all kinds of stuff to it. Okay. Now, granted, I have like 3 feet of hair. Okay, you can't really see that because I should have done this like kind of a vertical video. It would have been better. But let me back up so you can see. I got a lot of it. You're not going to have, most of you are not going to have a lot of that. Yours might stop here, maybe even stop, but you can still do this. Now, let me see. I'm going to use a handful of these little hair clips. All right, that's what I'm going to use. You can use bobby pins. I used to do this when my hair was shorter. So you guys, you girls that have the shorter hair, you can still use the bobby pins. All right. So I have, Mary Alice says, I'm so happy you're doing this. Well, I'm glad that the women in here are actually viewing and I'm not just doing a video for men because that's kind of creepy. Okay, so I've kind of got a little part here, right? And then I've got the rest of my hair, all of it, to this. Do you see how I have it all around here? That's just for ease. Now, you can start wherever you want. I like to start a little bit back, right here, a little bit towards the back, and we're going to make a twist. It's kind of like a French braid, but with 2, okay? With two instead of just 1 for the twist. So now I'm going to take the other one. We're watching? You're watching? Got 2 right here. And I'm going to go under. And now I have this. I just let this one fall. I just have 1. Okay? I'm going to do it again. So I have 2. And I've kind of got that other bit with it. And I'm going to go under it again. I'm going to let it fall. Now, also keeping in mind, I'm trying to keep this section close to my face. See how it's getting a little bit slack there? So I'm going to grab another section like this. Now, interestingly, this twist that I'm creating here isn't the twist that you usually see. So if you're doing this, your hair isn't going to have that extra twist that I do unless you have 3 feet of hair. So this part's going to be really important for you because this is going to be the part that people see on your hair. Okay? Remember, try to keep it close to your face, grabbing another one, letting it fall. Okay? Can you see that? And then continuing. Now, this is where it starts to get a little bit tricky because I'm going to go around my head. Okay, I know it's kind of confusing, but I'm just going to keep going and I'm trying to grab from the part that's closest to the base of my head, right? I'm not trying to grab from this stuff. See how that's kind of creating this flat area here? All right, now, if you have short hair, you can still do this. You could clip it. Like if this was the end of your hair, you could just put a clip right there and boom, you're done. Okay, the rest of the hair could fall. You could do, I've done this before, done the exact same twist from this side down this side with the part. You're going to want a part. Don't do it straight down the middle. That'll look weird. Okay. So then I'm just going to keep grabbing. Now it gets kind of a little bit more messy down here, but I make up for that with the clips. So I'm continuing. Now, like I said, if you have short hair, what you have dangling is not going to be this like giant section of hair. It's going to be probably about that, right? And then once I get to where I feel like I'm getting so close, Lisa says I ran out of hair already. Just try it a couple of times, okay? You'll have to keep trying, all right? Let me see if I can grab my section of hair. Actually, that's probably too much. So then, now this is where the change is happening. I switched arms. Holding this with my, you guys are watching it, but this is my right hand, okay? I'm switching to my left, and I'm gonna move all this hair back around to the back, okay? And then I'm gonna continue grabbing. See how I just drop this side once I grab one because it's holding? Your hair may not do that because it might not be long enough. You may have to keep a good hold of it with the two. All right, so then I'm switching hands and grabbing this one, moving this way, okay? Now, then I literally do a dance in front of my mirror with myself because I'm switching sides. That's only like 2 twists where I'm doing it from the back, okay? Now I'm gonna keep grabbing here. Now this goes a lot faster when I'm not giving a tutorial, okay? Now, I don't worry about some of this like messy stuff. You probably might need to, because mine's gonna get covered up with clips. So I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not a picky person. So I'm continuing to grab. Now, once I get to my ear, are you kidding? Oh, Leah, can you hear me? I can't pause a live video. Hey, Leah! Leah! Nancy's out front. Nancy, she just called me. I'm going live. Did you hear me? Earl, check your battery. Our next door neighbor and cousin brings us bread for our pigs. And sometimes she's got extra stuff that's too heavy to get out of the car. I hope they heard me. Okay. Are you ready? So I'm still holding this one. This is the last section that I have here. Okay? This bit, right, that's going to get fixed with hair clips. So I'm going to grab this one, or I'm not really going to grab it. Well, I am. Once I do a little thing, I'm going to grab this one. Now, I'm going to keep going because I got all this hair I got to make up for. Okay? Now, you probably don't have all this hair. Just go until you don't have any more hair. Okay? So I'm just going to, this is the twist that you guys normally see. You would see this one, but it gets covered up. Okay? But this is the that you're looking at in the pictures right here. So I'm just going to continue to twist until I can't twist anymore. Like I said, I got all kind of hair. Your hair probably stopped maybe about here, and that's fine. And I'll get to how you're going to handle that in a second. So I'm going to keep twisting, and I've got layers in my hair, so some of it lets off, and so I just twist until, just keep twisting. I know it's a lot of hair, but this is how I do it, guys. Okay, so I've got these little pieces sticking out. If you do too, that's all right. That's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Okay, we're gonna make up for it. Now, this is what I have to do. You see all that I have here? I'm giving you all my behind the scenes. My hair looks all scraggly there. And then I'm wrapping it around my head loosely. And I'm gonna kind of tuck it under here. And then I start grabbing my clips. You may have bobby pins. I've got my clip here. I always go to the thickest section first. I'm gonna have to raise this camera up a little bit. All right, the second, if you have a lot of pieces, that's fine. The thickest sections first, which for me is on this side. This is where the bulk of the hair is actually resting. Okay, and so I take my biggest clips there. Now I have hair that's sticking in here all the way to here, so I have to make sure that I'm putting these clips in here so that that hair doesn't come untucked. So wherever you see a bit that's sticking out, so either stick your hair clip there. I got different colors. I like my different colors. Or stick your bobby pin there. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna show you where I've got stuff sticking out here. I can feel it. Can you see that? Okay. So I usually end up doing like a whole crown around my head. I don't even really know what it looks like. I don't look at it. I just do it from the back. All right. And if I need more clips, I'll go get them. Ooh, another thing that I do, which you may not want to do, is once I get kind of all my clips in place, if I see something that looks a little bit loose, I just grab this clip and pull it up into it tighter, like that. I don't know if you could see that or not. Okay. So if anything looks weird or out of place, that's why I like the clips as opposed to the bobby pins. Now, let me show you something. I got a whole host of flowers. Y'all see me with these flowers in my hair? I got a ton of them. They'll rest around my mirror there. And then I like to pick the smaller ones. That picture that I used was just a picture I had on my phone. I think this is one that you guys see me use a lot. Last night I had a black one in. We're going to use this flower. It's got a little clip on the back. And I do this because I have had people come up and talk to me when I have my flowers in my hair. So I got some like bangs and weird things sticking out here. Let's fix that. Just grab whatever clip it's closest to. Watch. I'm just going to shove it up underneath there. All right. So then they smile. People smile when I have flowers in my hair, especially the big ones. I try not to use the big ones when I do this hairstyle. And then I just stick it in there. Okay. Now I'm going to turn around. I'm going to show you the back. Like I said, I don't usually look at the back. It is what it is because I don't look at it. Okay. So now remember what I said. This is the twist that you guys usually see, but I did this one first. You're going to have this twist if you have hair that's shorter than mine. All right. Now I'm going to leave you with one last Michelle special beauty tip if you want to know. All right. I get asked about these, my little lines a lot. Okay. I do not use, I got a whole jar full of pencils. I don't use those. I use this, which is, I got a fresh one out so you could see it and write it down. L'Oreal Linear Intense Black. Okay. And this is important. It's liquid. You're gonna be careful because you can get a little bit crazy and out of control here. But it's a paintbrush. It's like a little paintbrush. See it like that? It's a paintbrush. Okay, that's how I do those. So I have a lot of other hairstyles that I do, so I probably should do some more tutorials, but this is the one that I get asked about the most from you guys. I'll turn around one more time. Okay, so I want to know, I want to see your pictures. I want you to send them to me, massfaith33@gmail.com. All of your attempts. I want to see that you have done this successfully and try it several times. Guys, I've been doing this hairstyle for years. I can get it done in 5 seconds. Just done out the door. It's one of my easiest hairstyles that I do, but it's because I'm used to it. And it I love that it kind of creates a little crown around my head. So, Erin says the ones that are pointed sponge at the end are awesome too for drawing wing tips. You're welcome. Or thank you, Erin. And then Mary Alice says, thank you much for doing this video tutorial. You are very welcome. Offstage says my head is shaved. Haha. Happy New Year. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful New Year. Christine says it's perfect in the back. I'm not going to believe that, but it's good enough. And as Joel Salison says, good enough is great. So let me know in an email. Tell me how you did. Even if you don't want to send a picture, let me know. I don't usually sell. Okay, another thing. This is because I'm not doing in front of a mirror. That's sticking out a little bit too far for me. So I'm just going to raise that up. And I feel like it, you see how that's a little bit of a difference. That's why I like the clips as opposed to the bobby pins, because I can do a lot more with that grabbing action to get it to go where I want it to. So I just buy packs of the little goody, tiny little clips, and I use them for everything. I've got a big basket over there full of the big giant ones. I use these a lot, shaped like that. So these are Michelle's beauty tips. I could do 100 more from questions that I've received. But I'm flattered. I'm flattered that you guys have these questions and that you want to try and do what I do. I made this up literally just one day just by messing around. I think Leah actually started it, and she doesn't do her hair like that as much. So I was like, I kind of like she's doing that, but she'll do it. She'll do the twist, and then she brings it around here. That's another thing. And she'll finish it in a regular braid, then divide it into threes, and then she's got like a braid that she's wearing. So it's twisted around. There's a lot that you can do with this. Like I said, the twist down this side and the twist down this side. I do that one up. I do a lot of those big bang updos. I can do some videos showing you guys how to do that too, if you're actually interested, aside from the politics. So I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful and happy New Year's Eve. Stay warm. We're supposed to get snow tonight, which I'm really excited about. So do you ever do a fishbone braid? I will tell you what, this is a lot of hair to do the fishbone braid on. I don't ever do it. Leah and I used to do our hair, do each other's hair a lot, and we don't really do that anymore. So I can do a lot more on her head because I'm like this than I can on my own head. So I would not attempt a fishbone braid on my own hair. The fishbone braid is this tiny little, now I do the, not very often, Millie Weaver does the kind that pops out, the outward, the reverse braid that makes it a big bump. So Mary Alice says, I used to do it when I had your long hair. God bless you. God bless you. All right, you guys, I'm going to sign off. I'm headed out the door with Leah. I wanted it to be 5 minutes, but I guess explaining it takes a little bit longer than I had intended. So 15 minutes isn't too bad. Yes, I do that big bump braid. Yeah, the big bump braid. Is that what you're talking about with the fishbone? The fishbone to me is that one with the tiny, tiny, tiny little ones. Maybe you're right. It may be the fishbone braid that has the bump. That I don't do it that often. It's where you take your braid and you braid. So if you're familiar with a braid, you guys, men will know how to do this. You take a braid and just over, right? If you do, okay, you're right. Yes, the fishbone. If you do the one that we're talking about, the bump, it's under. It's a reverse French braid, and what it does is it creates a bump. I'm pointing to my head. If you were just doing it like a French braid, it would create an outward, and it's really, really cool looking. Millie Weaver does it all the time. All right, you guys, I love you guys. God loves you. God bless. I hope you enjoyed this, even if you're a dude. Just maybe for fun, like, how does that, it's like one of those, how does that work videos, right? Okay, God bless, guys. And girls, I'm so glad that you're here making me not feel silly. So very, very, very good. Bye, guys.